Everybody, hello everybody. What's up? What's up? It's your girl Kim in a building with another video for you guys. Now, I have to say for this, and so I won't, get in trouble. All my videos are for entertainment purposes only and allegedly. But this is a little bit about numerology, as I promised you guys, because as I learn, I pass the information along because this is what I'm here to do, my life purpose and my karmic debt. So, with that being said, I've been telling you guys, if you've been following me, um, let me slow down. Woosah. If you're returning, welcome back. If you're new here, welcome. You get the truth. It's real, it's raw, and it's uncut over here, so you in the right place. If you like that, like the video if it resonates, and subscribe, guys. That's all I ask. Thank you. So, fast forward. Now, I've been telling y'all that I was going to teach y'all what I learned. So that. So I'm just going to teach y'all the basics about numerology. I'm not a numerologist. I'm not an astrologist. I'm barely even a tarot reader, right? I take from everything and I apply certain things to life that I feel might work and help each other, help each other, you and me, to heal life. Now, what I've learned so far on my journey, my spiritual awakening, that we live in a matrix, which is basically a world where everything is in codes, mainly based on numbers, okay? Any alphabet, your name, everything included based on these same numbers. Now, I use a lot of this information I got from Chinese astrology, as well as Western astrology, numerology, etc., etc. I take from everything. I even been learning a little bit about Vedic astrology. Okay, this is how God leads me and teach me. So, and when I say that, I mean that. Like, I don't want to learn this shit, honestly and truly. But I have to. I'm in karmically indebted to it. Okay, so that's why I'm here, guys, to just pay my karmic debts. But anyway, I'm just going to be basically teaching y'all the basics on numerology and what the numbers mean. So this is just a little bit. I always encourage you guys and advise you guys to do your own research. Look more into these topics and stuff like that, because I literally had to research these numbers. I never did any research, really. A lot of things come to me naturally, but here I am. So it can only make you better as a person. And if you learn to apply this to life, then it can only help you and help you to understand you, your life, the people around you, your situation better. Okay. And this is why I'm teaching y'all this stuff. I naturally teach people things. It's just that I'm a natural teacher. I don't even mean to, like, I originally started by trying to understand myself. So if you that person and you feel like me, then you in the right place. So basically, I'm going to be teaching y'all numbers 1 through 9. I did take notes, so if I'm looking down, that's why. Not only that, numerology really go from 1 to 9, 9 being the highest single number, then it go into the master numbers, which I'm going to be talking about too today. So this is not going to be a really long video, very informative, again, very helpful if you apply it to life. Now, I know a lot of people believe in this and a lot of people don't. To each his own, right? I'm not trying to put my beliefs off on anybody, so that's first. Second, you can only try to apply it to life and see how it works for you. If it don't work for you, then fine, will do. That's my advice, okay? Because certain things, like I said, whether you are conscious of it or unconscious of it, you will notice these things are around you and in your life anyway. Like, for example, me, you know, highly connected to wood. I have a wood grain house. I done have wood grain cars. Wood is all around me, and I did this and picked these things and items unconsciously. Okay, not even knowing that wood had anything to do with me. That's my point. So it's good to know these things. Okay, so starting with number 1, it is like a number of leadership. It's a very commanding number. This number is associated with being assertive, giving good advice, seeing the big picture, and shining in whatever you do. It also can be a little bit egotistical. Okay, so I'm gonna just tell y'all what I wrote down, what I got taking notes, okay, on these numbers, because I'm trying to learn these numbers too. So numbers play an important role in our life because we have life paths. We have different numbers in our birthday. You can't change your birthday, but you can change your name. Certain things we can and cannot change with these numbers, so it's good to know, right? Okay, so number two, it is associated with being sensitive, extremely sensitive, creative, imaginative, emotional, moody. It's also associated with being great in relationships when it comes to partnerships, nurturing. It associates itself with a person being psychic and having inner hidden gift. Okay, usually that's psychic. Okay, number three. Now I'm gonna run through these really quickly, and then we're gonna talk about these numbers more in depth. Okay, so number three, it associates itself with being creative, full of wisdom. Um, They know what they want. People with the number three, they helpful, caring, wise. They have wise answers. They usually the people you want to go to for solutions to problems. They help people with that a lot. This is the person that ends up being successful, they say, and don't care about getting anything back in return. They are the teachers, okay? So, yeah, I talk about three a lot. It's heavily in my chart, you guys. So, yeah, those are the creatives, okay? I'm gonna also tell y'all what these numbers are ruled by. So number four, they are the overgivers, the overdoers out of everybody, all the numbers. Okay, they really work hard. They're brainy, intelligent, full of knowledge, street smarts, creativity. They have multiple ideas. Um, but their biggest problem is learning to implement these ideas. So they're very strategic, is associated with being intuitive. These are the rebels, okay? Whether they're quiet or loud, these are the rebels of the numbers, okay? They are authoritative and disruptive. They don't comply, okay? They break patterns, they create new trends, they attract abandonment, people that are abandoned, and they attract these wounds as a child. Okay, they have issues with friends and or relationships as well. Yeah, that's what I wrote. So what else? They're not good with gambling. So yeah, that's something I had to learn the hard way with me, being heavily associated with this number. Luck is just not for them, okay? It's just not on their side when it comes to this number. A lot of people associate with this number, especially in Chinese astrology, with bad luck, with being unlucky. So you guys need to know that as well. If you follow Chinese astrology, but it depends because if you follow Western, they're all different and they don't believe that. So there's that. Number five, they are said to be the most powerful, street smart survivors of the numbers. They're individualistic. They like to find their own path. They don't like being told what to do or their wrongs, but everything they don't like is said that they do this to other people, which is crazy to me. But they're intelligent. They don't take criticism well. They have this craziness about them. Um, Nobody understands. They associated this number with abundance and attracting money and growth. Okay. Now, number six, they are a magnet for everything. Okay. Everything that's good, that's easy, that's luxurious, that's material. They attract it and they give it. Okay. They are very attractive, usually, their personalities as well. They do well in work, beauty, jewelry, anything enhancing Venus qualities. And as y'all probably already guessed, this is ruled by Venus. Okay. So let's go to number seven. This number is associated with being very spiritual, insightful, psychic, intuitive. Naturally, these are the natural psychics. Okay. They read energy that is not obvious to others. What else? They are blamed a lot. They struggle a lot. They never get back what they give. They are always known as the bad guys or girls. Okay, these are those numbers for whatever reason. Now, they have hard times in relationships. They're misunderstood. They're overthinkers. They go really deep and they take mental trips. Like these type of people be in different dimensions, literally. Trust me, I know. This number heavily associated in my chart. So, number 8, very headstrong people, stubborn, I individualistic. They deal with many delays. I talk about the number 8 a lot, very heavily in my chart. It's associated with as above, so below, the higher realms, the lower realms. Um, they can rise quick, but they also can fail just as quickly. Okay, they big with their ego. Some of these people, they known for testing people in their lives. They're disciplined, militant like, and rigid. Okay, their biggest problem is being rigid. This is a very karmic number full of very karmic life lessons that they have to learn. And yeah, they learn these things the hard way, the stressful way. And they're very hard workers. Okay, so these are the people that you will see working the hardest. Okay, now number 9, they are the givers slash seekers. They are full of knowledge. They're known to have like a bad temper, bad attitude. Um, if this energy is not channeled right, it's supposed to be channeled um, towards humanity because they have a higher purpose, a higher calling usually. Um, they go through a lot of lessons in life that shape them into who they're supposed to be, okay, with this higher purpose or higher calling, okay? If they don't do this, they will burn, okay? Meaning their life will disintegrate, okay? They have to be helping humanity in some type of way or other people, even if they do it only as a side hustle. They're supposed to be purposeful, okay, and doing something meaningful for the world. These people love exercise. They might exercise a lot. That's how you will know who these people are. If they don't do these things, they will feel very restless, okay? And that's when the bad tempers can come in, etc., etc. They're like two different people, okay? So that's 1 through 9, okay? Um, let's go to the master numbers really quick. Master numbers 11. First of all, this is the visionary. They're known to be intuitive, spiritual people. Most people with this number have spiritual awakenings. They have a higher purpose connected to this number. Their whole reason for being here is to envision ideas, okay? Master number 22, they're the master builders. They are supposed to turn dreams into reality, okay? Using real skills, they're supposed to build lasting success, okay, and structure. These are the master architects. Um, they can turn something to a large scale that's basically impossible, like an impossible dream, into reality, okay? And this is supposed to benefit society in some type of way, okay? So yeah, there's 22. So 33 is the master teacher. They're compassionate. They're associated with universal love. They have a higher calling as well to heal and guide others. They share their information with the world. They're supposed to. They're the most spiritually evolved out of all the master numbers. They're devoted to the people. They are deeply emotional and they're supposed to heal and guide others. Okay. There's that. Now, it is one that's very rare that most people don't consider a master number, but that's Master Builder 44. It's very rare. It's highly disciplined. This is a highly disciplined person. They are also a visionary, like number 22, and they have all those traits. It's just like double those traits, right? They produce grand ideas into physical reality, okay? So those are the numbers to sum it all up. Just the basics, okay? Let's talk about the planets, okay? Each planet has a number, okay? The sun, starting with number 1, is about leadership, individuality. The moon, number 2, is about emotions, intuition. Number 3 is Jupiter, wisdom and expansion. Number 4 is Rahu or Uranus, right? This brings sudden change and innovation. Number 5 is Mercury, which is communication and adaptability. Number 6 is Venus, which is love and beauty and harmony. K2 is number 7, which is Neptune. Spiritual, this number is associated with spirituality and introspection, but that's not all, okay? Now, there is this such thing as an axis that we all have in our birth chart. That's the Rahu and K2 axis, Uranus and Neptune. So find out where that's at in your chart, learn about it. That's very important, guys, okay? Usually this axis is like 6 or 7 houses away from each other. I want to say 7, but yeah. Like if you have Rahu in 6th house, you will have K2 in 12, etc. Like they might be 6 places away, okay? Anyway, Saturn, number 8, it's about discipline, karma, and yeah, all that good stuff. Number 9 is Mars. This is about courage and action, okay? So when we're talking about these planets in their distance away from the sun, we have Mercury being the closest, I believe, yeah. And 1 through 8, we're going to go down this list, okay? Mercury being number 1, the closest to the sun, then Venus, which is number 2, then the Earth, which we live on, which is number 3, Mars, number 4, Jupiter, number 5, Saturn, number 6, Uranus, number 7, and Neptune, number 8, okay? I'm trying to think because I feel like I forgot one. Maybe not. I don't know. I'll come back to that though. But yeah, this is just the basics, guys. Let me tell y'all about some lucky numbers. It's a lot of lucky numbers, but you know, they don't apply to everybody. So you got to find what works for you. Again, you have to first by starting with yourself. Everything starts with self. So you need to learn your numbers, guys. Your numbers, they're very important. You'll start to like your whole life will start to unfold once you learn these numbers, okay? And what I mean by that is you'll start to get to know you, okay? Better than you ever knew yourself before, okay? Long story short. But the best numbers or the most positive numbers they say are associated with 7, 8, 3, and 9. Some say 4, except, you know, Chinese, Asians, Japanese, their cultures, they don't believe in the number 4. They say it's associated with unluck or no luck or bad luck, okay? So that's something to keep in mind, but to each his own, okay? So yeah, the better numbers are 1, 3, 7, 9, even 13 in some cultures. You know, you might see 777. A lot of people associate that with good luck. 333, 888, etc. That's just a few. Now, I want to tell y'all about these 3 numbers that I came across. I cannot pronounce this word, so I'm going to spell it. It's called Ragyog. Okay? I'm not even going to try to say it because I'm a butcher it. I know I am. But this is the 951 number, right? And this is highly powerful and auspicious if you have this in your chart. This is a combination according to your date of birth, and it's called the royal combination. So you want to look for this and see if you got that in your birth chart, okay? They are known to be the natural leaders, strong-willed, powered people, okay? They have great potential for success. They are the self-made, you know, millionaires or whatever. They self-made, okay? They driven to succeed. They see their vision out to the end. They are the natural born leaders. They are the hard workers, the grits of the zodiac, and they are very strong, okay? So that's the 951. And though they might have like prominent planets and signs and numbers in their chart in those houses too as well, I believe. I want to say, but don't quote me, okay? But everything is tied in is what I'm learning. No matter what astrology you follow, like I've been learning this, y'all, but me being me, I like to skim through stuff, if that makes sense, and just learn what I felt like is the facts, and then, you know, just fuck everything else. But that's like taking shortcuts. And why I'm back here doing this right now, because I learned this stuff a long time ago when I first went through my spiritual awakening. But because I learned like I did, the universe, spirit, God is bringing me back to it. Like, no, 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 Kim, no shortcuts. So I must teach you guys these things. Okay? So with that being said, let's learn a bit about these planets. Jupiter is known for being the wood star, according to like Chinese astrology, I believe. Um, and I gotta learn more about that, but it's associated with good luck, um, teaching, education, etc., growth, prosperity, fortune, all that good stuff. Okay, that's Jupiter. Mars is the fire star, associated with summer, passion, and energy. Saturn is the earth star, associated with the change of the seasons, the four corners of the earth, stability, individuals with years ending in 8 or 9 are usually earth signs and fall under this star. Okay. Venus is the metal star. It's associated with autumn, harvest, and yeah, some more stuff I ain't learned yet, but I will be teaching y'all more about these planets later. Mercury is associated with the water star. Um, Winter, communication, adaptability, um, and those skills. Okay. So yeah, just a few, or however the fuck you say that word. I know what I mean. A few of the planets that I am learning about, because really a lot of stuff comes to me naturally, so I didn't never feel the need to even want to learn this stuff, honestly, guys. But I have to go back. It's making me just better, okay? So it can only make you guys better, okay? So let's talk about what planets rule each number, okay? Let me see if I can find that, because I don't think I got to that part where I wrote that stuff down. I have to write stuff down or I would forget. But I was telling y'all in another video how it was a story actually that I made up about this family, and you can describe these numbers 1 through 9. Well, actually, you could describe the whole 12 houses like that. You know what I mean? So you can remember them better. Okay, just make up a story is what I encourage you to do. Okay, they help you to remember these numbers and what they're about, and the planets like associated with them, because every planet, sign, house associated with these numbers, guys. Real shit. 0 being the most universal number. They say that's the God number. Okay. I love the number 0. It's associated with me a lot as well. I see it a lot. For me, the numbers associated with God for me is 0. 3, because Trinity is used a lot. 7 is used a lot in the Bible. And 9, because it's like a hidden universal number, because they still here connected to the higher realms and lower realms as well. Okay. So yeah, I didn't really learn everything in one video. So that's just little stuff that I learned that I wanted to teach you guys and pass along. I did learn a little bit more about the planets, but I don't have them in order, so I'm not even gonna speak on them. But go learn about the planets, you guys, and the numbers they represent is what I encourage you guys to do, and look more and learn more about these planets. You don't have to, but I didn't. So eventually you might come across this in life where you have to go back to it as well, because it can only help you learning these planets. I don't know. I say this all the time. How people don't believe that we are associated with what goes on in the sky. Just because it's way up there don't mean it don't have nothing to do with us. Like, everything is connected. And don't y'all ever realize or wonder, like, I know a lot of people wonder what's going on up there, but really the way I see it is these planets are living organisms, okay? Whether some people believe they gods or whatever, however you want to look at it, but I believe they live in organisms. I believe we live on Earth, which is a living organism, okay? Just like our skin, full body living organism. I believe the Earth is the same way and connected to God. Do I think it's God? No. Do I think it's heavily influenced by God? Hell yeah. It's the father of the zodiac, represented by Saturn. We live in the matrix, number 4. Okay, these numbers are significant to this earth that we live on, guys. So y'all need to know these things. Okay, learn these things. Okay, and how to make them work for you and apply them to your life. That's just a little bit though of how I feel about those numbers and what they're for and associated with. But I'm going to be teaching you guys more and more about numerology as we go along, incorporating this into my channel with other things as well as tarot, because I'm not just a tarot reader. And again, this is my karmic duty. And even though I don't want to, I have to. Um, I don't know about y'all, but I'm trying to cleanse my soul, clear karma, so I can like ascend to the closest thing we call heaven. Okay. Not just that, you can have heaven here on earth if you embody these higher vibrational energies, aka numbers. Okay. It's always positives and negatives to these numbers, so you need to learn that. Like, just because somebody is a 4, for example, don't mean they're always going to be disciplined, structured, about hard work, and about their business. The negative traits or the lower vibrational traits of that number is laziness, is a hoarder, is not being organized. It's the opposite, you know? So it's basically common sense, but some people don't have that. And it's really simple, guys. It's really simple. We look for all this stuff to be hard, but it's really simple. And if you see and apply it to your life, you will see that it's really simple. And it's been in front of our face all of our lives, guys. Okay. Now, whether y'all want to believe in this or not, again, that's up to you. But they say man make the world go round. I don't know about that, but I definitely do. I definitely know that numbers do. Okay, numbers, for some reason, before the alphabet came along in the 1600s and everything, this is what people use, the stars, to figure out, you know, things in life. And this, a lot of this stuff I'm teaching y'all coming from the most accurate astrology, which is Chinese, which is Vedic astrology, because they associate their teachings with the stars in the sky. So it's a little bit more accurate, if that makes sense, than Western astrology, tropical astrology, and Eastern astrology. Okay. Um, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, that part. Um, so whether y'all want to admit it or not, these numbers really matter in our lives, okay? And I must teach y'all because it's a part of healing. Some of these numbers we have to heal. Some of these numbers are things we need to overcome. And some of these numbers are the reasons why we can't get along with others, or we're not where we supposed to be in life. So this is why I feel like this is important, guys. Again, it's certain houses that you can change, certain ones you can't within your birth chart, far as free will go. And the same with these numbers. Like, you can't change your birth date. God took a snapshot, boom, the day, the minute you came into this earth and took your first breath. And that's just your birth chart. I mean, that's your picture. That's very important. Your rising sign is the most important, guys. You must know that time of birth, because if not, you'll just be confused, guessing, wondering. Get your time of birth. You can do that by going to wherever you was born at. That, what, city hall is what they call it here. That office, right? That office to keep those statistics and that vital information about you. They have your time of birth, guys. You just gotta call, you know, send off for it, check it out, get it, because I don't want y'all confused. Now, when I come back in the next video, I'm talking about on numerology, gonna have more to do with Chinese astrology and the 4 pillars, and also the elements, which is fire, earth, wood, water, and metal. So I'm gonna leave you guys with that, okay? And I hope this helped you guys in some type of way. At least get started on the basics of these planets, numbers, okay, and their meanings, and some of their traits and characteristics. Yeah, that part. So until the next one, guys, peace and love.